Let's go ahead and get to my first guest of the evening. They are returning to the show. They got a song out called A Whole or More with Chris Cup, Jocelyn Hampton, Maggie Newell. It is a star-studded collaboration. Joining me on Dark Moon Hollow right here, right now. What's up, fellas?
How's it going, man? What up, Kenny?
Hey, man. How y'all doing?
Man, I'm hanging in there like a hair to biscuit. Just fucking, they just got off work and, you know, trying to get some more work done.
Absolutely,
How you doing?
man. Appreciate you fellas being on tonight. Catching up with you guys because it's been a while since we last chat or the last time we seen each other with this ongoing pandemic and all. But it's good to hear y'all voices. Um, Good to hear from y'all. And before we talk about the single, which I fell in love with from the moment the bell dropped in 2022. I fell in love with the song. We'll get to that in just a matter of moments. But first, y'all had a show this past weekend at the Borough. How did that show go?
Man, it was awesome, and we sold it out at the door, and and then which is always awesome. Whenever we have a show in Lexington, it's always rowdy. It's our home base. The Burl's our home base, really, at this point, and we kind of had what I consider like the dream team of production with us, at least for us. My buddy Nolan Dunn doing sound, and then Chris Wheeler doing lasers, and then Dustin Creekmore with his lighting rig, and it went really well, and we were excited to be able to do it with them. I think it's pretty cool how we haven't really started going the national or international yet, but our hometown shows still kind of work out, to be a big party. Like we've been away from home even though we really haven't.
Well, from what I've heard, the show turned out very, very well. The Borough has definitely become one of the premier shows or premier venues in Lexington, or you could say in Kentucky in general. I love the Borough. That's my go-to place as far as live music, and they have an arcade across from the venue, so you can enjoy
Yeah,
your live music and reminisce your childhood days with the video games that they have available. Mortal Kombat, the pinballs, the Tekken, all that. You get to, and they got food. So you can't beat that. You can't beat that at
shout
all.
out to that burger.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't tried the burger yet, but because of y'all, I'm gonna try it next time I go to the borough. I haven't tried the burger
yeah.
yet. I have not tried the burger yet. So you was talking about the dream team that y'all had at the borough as far as Nolan and company. I like Nolan. Shout out to him. He is great at what he do. He's great, top notch.
I would agree. Yeah,
Yes.
I've been knowing Nolan for like a number of years now, and I've always been stoked to work with him. Good friend of mine.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all have a star-studded song to kick off 2022. Um, so you got Chris Cup from Western Slick String Band. Then you got Maggie Noel of Magnolia Boulevard. And you got Jocelyn Hampton of Jocelyn and the Sweet Compression, all on the same song, A Whole or More, which I must say is one of my favorite songs of the year right now. Like that's a fun song. Just nice way to start off the year, obviously. And to use a Marvel DC, a Marvel analogy on this song. To use a Marvel analogy, I am such a nerd saying this. You got the Avengers collaboration on this song. Like, if anybody pays close attention to local music in central Kentucky, Restless Leg String Band, Magnolia Boulevard, Jocelyn and the Sweet Compression, those are three of the most phenomenal bands in the central Kentucky area, in Dartmoor Hollow, obviously. So I must ask you, fellas, how on earth did y'all manage to get these incredible musicians together to be on this song? Tell us, how did this Avenger esque collaboration came to be?
Well, so we started recording it. I guess it might have been, I think, October, November, around that time. And so it's kind of a slower time of the year for everybody as far as gigs go. It's cold, you can't really play outside as much. And I've been a fan of Restless for years. Of Riley too. By the way, this is Sugar Trey. This is Riley Logan talking. But I we've been fans of them forever, and also, yeah. So, and then also, Maggie has been a close friend of ours as well. For the same amount of time probably, and I just kind of started really meeting Jocelyn, Sweet Compression, like all those cats. But then, so what it kind of came down to was, we had this idea for the song and where everybody kind of fit in, and we kind of knew it wasn't going to be exactly like a bluegrass song, but so it kind of turned into this situation of, kind of making the stars align as far as schedules go. And so it turned into, we ended up being able to make a date with everybody that worked, where they weren't gigging or didn't have work or whatever, or they could be out of work. And so it was really, we ended up giving everybody kind of timetables too during the day to show up, and they can do their job and not have to be there all day with us either. So it ended up just kind of coming together in a way. And so it, one part of it's like, friendship, they wanted to help and be a part of the record. And then the other part of it is just, I guess I would say, I don't know, professional respect, because as I said, I don't really know Jocelyn that well, but she, we know of each other, and so as far as bands go, and so it was just, I wouldn't say lucky, but it was definitely fortunate in a lot of ways.
That we started recording that song at a time when, like, the town and the scene were kind of going through a rough one. We'd lost a lot of friends, so we kind of just wanted to put something together that displayed how tight the community was, and how much we did be supporting each other.
Yes, and I've been active on local music for a good 7 or 8 years now, and there's been a lot of great music throughout the years, but it's very rare to have a collaboration like this happening. So to see it happen with you fellas and Chris, Jocelyn, and Maggie, this is an awesome song. It's a awesome song. I love this so much that I've played it on the show multiple times in the last few months. That's how much I love this song. When I started the Music Monday thing, like the first time that I had it, I played this song. Like, yeah, people really need to hear this song. Like, especially into artists of different genres joining forces to put together this incredible collaboration. So I love the song. And to the Lexington Music Awards voters out there for next year, I'm just going to say right now, y'all need to vote for this song. Y'all need to vote for this song. Song of the Year, Dark Moon Hollow, A Whole or More. Just going to put it out there, as a preference, as a consideration. Yeah, that's the key word, consideration for Song of the Year. And I'll just leave it at that. Y'all can check that song out on all the platforms and show your support for Dark Moon Hollow, such a awesome group. Um, so you fellas released an album back in 2020, which I definitely enjoyed. Self-titled album, I believe it was. So I'm just gonna speak on behalf of the fellow DMH fan base out here, and with this song out with Chris Johnson and Maggie, a lot of us want to know, can we expect some more music in the near future from Dark Moon Hollow?
Yeah, absolutely. We actually just had a recording date last month. We got 3 new songs done. We've got a couple more dates in the next couple months. Hoping to have like 10 or 12 songs on a new record coming out, hopefully this fall.
All right, so
Yeah, I think, and and back to what you were saying about like, how we had like collaborations and stuff. One of my things personally for it is that I really enjoy having, I like having like kind of like bigger like sounds than like. It's not that we can't recreate it in person. It's mostly that, if we had the budget, we would. You know what I mean? And so it kind of plans for like the future if that ever ends up being the case. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that hopefully we can put some extra stuff on it too that gives it that big sound that I feel like people are kind of can expect with what we've been doing over the past, I guess, 3 years or 4 years at this point. And yeah, and as Riley was saying, we go back into the studio I think next weekend to probably hop on, try and get around 3 to 4 songs knocked out, maybe more. I mean, that 3 to 4 songs in one day is pretty tough to do, to be real with you. But I think we've been playing a lot of these out for a while, and so hopefully we can knock them out, and then only have the other half of the record left to finish off. And then I'm kind of shooting for mid to late September. There might be a little too early to release it, but we get stuff done pretty quickly as a unit. So yeah, hopefully, I know for a fact there'll be new music out this year, but just the release date is to be determined.
Yeah, so kind of tentative. I'm excited about what we're doing though. There's a lot of stuff on this record that you might not expect from us. I won't go too much into that, but there's still plenty of the sounds we're used to, and then some.
So while you fellas getting the studio time in, and of course y'all was at the Borough this past weekend, you fellas got any upcoming shows as we approach the more warm days of summer? What you got any upcoming shows?
Yeah, hold on one second. Let me pop up the counter real quick. So
I know our next one is May 20th in Louisville.
at the beautiful Paris Town Hall. I'm not sure if you've ever been there before, but it's honestly, it's probably my favorite venue in town. The place is absolutely gorgeous. It's pretty brand new. I think it's been open for maybe 3 years now. I think it's Buffalo Trace. They actually sponsor own the building. I think it's Buffalo Trace. But then yeah, so we played there, and then the next night we'll be over in Roanoke, Virginia. And that's going to be the first time we played in Roanoke, and we're really excited about that because we've been getting a lot of people to ask us to come over that way. So I think we'll have a great turnout that way too. But yeah, so and then we're hitting other big ones this year too. We got Romp. That's later on in the year. Masters Musicians Festival down in Somerset. Risela Fest is a really close one to us too. It's us and all the homies, if you know. I know it's kind of a vague term, but it's just all the people that we've kind of come up in the scene with.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
memorial for a close friend of ours.
Yep. Check them out. Check out the shows. Check out Dark Moon Hollow. They're on Facebook and they are on Instagram. Just look up Dark Moon Hollow and they'll inform you fans out there for upcoming shows and when the new music is coming. But for the time being, just keep streaming their single A Whole More and keep spreading the word about it. It's a fun track. I definitely loved it. It's great having you fellas back on tonight, and just props to y'all for just being such awesome representation of the Central Kentucky music scene, not just as musicians, but as um, just human beings. And Trigger Trey is one of the most coolest music names in all of Kentucky. I don't know if I said that before, but it needs to be said. It's one of the coolest names.
I appreciate it. A lot of people just make fun of it.
Yes. It's such an intriguing name. So great having you fellas on tonight. Thank you so much. Tell the rest of your bandmates I say hello. Hopefully we will cross paths at one of these future shows, and especially once the weather gets a lot warmer. I mean, after what us Kentuckians been through with this brutal weather, you know, we getting there. We getting to the 70s. I think we're gonna get to the 80s by next week, and then things will really get going weather-wise. So I can't wait.
Hell yeah. Well,
So
Jimmy, I really appreciate you having us on, man, and it's good to hear from you again. Hopefully we hear from you again soon and see you out somewhere. I saw there's a Louisville number, and yeah, I hope that we end up running into you at a show sometime soon and hanging out.
Yeah, thanks for having us. It's been good talking to you.
great chatting with you fellas. You have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.